By Mr. Javier Martinez. Javier, thank you for joining us here at Hospitality Qatar. You have a long experience in fan engagement and fan entertainment when it comes to big events. We have the World Cup 2022 quickly approaching. Can you tell us a little bit more about your involvement and what makes you an expert in that field?
Well, actually, thank you for being here. I'm delighted to be here. You have a fantastic challenge or thrill, the thrill of the challenge of the World Cup. If I had to be honest, I started working more than 25 years ago when I joined Disney because I work at Walt Disney Parks and Resorts.
Right.
And who could tell that Disney has clients? They are not clients, they are fans.
Yeah.
So working for Parks and Resorts is just trying to get involved with all machinery regarding making the brand alive. So that's part of the thrill of Walt Disney Parks and Resorts. So, and then I decided to join Atletico de Madrid. Now I'm working also with Manchester City. The fans are crucial. You can have fans all over the place, but how to drive them and how to steer them and how to provide them with everything they need is not that easy if you don't do it the proper way.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned brands such as Disney and Manchester City, Atletico Madrid. Do you see Qatar as a brand? Is it something that we should be seeing more as a brand that we need to tell the world about, or is it something that goes a little bit deeper than that?
Well, actually, Qatar, I think any country has its own brand, the brand equity. I think that Qatar has a very interesting value proposition itself.
Yeah.
So I think you should build on that. The moment that you build artificial stuff, it doesn't work because people don't believe you.
Yeah, they see right through it, right?
So of course there is a brand and you need to develop it. But if you treat it as a brand and not as a country, as a history, as a heritage, people won't really appreciate that. So this is why you need to create value around that brand. And of course, maybe you need to market it as a brand, but which country is not treated as a brand now? Everybody, we are all brands.
Right, so you have a presentation here in a little while at Hospitality Qatar. Can you tell us a little bit more what we can expect from your talk? What will you be addressing?
Well, based on my experience, what I developed is a sort of mapping on how to deal with fans. Fans is not just sports fans. As we were saying before, you have the Disney clients are Disney fans. So this got nothing to do with a hooligan or with a fan, a football fan or a music fan. So the way you need to deal with fans is not customer experience, it's not user experience, is fan experience management. And why do I say this? Because it's an additional level because you have the emotional connection.
Of course, yes.
So the toughest thing is to get to that level. Once you get into that emotional connection, you have a fan forever. My job is, and as I work on different markets, but also in sports, I always say that clubs have fans, but they want clients.
Yeah.
And companies have clients and they want fans.
Fans, the product or the
So
brand.
my job is to try to unlock that and to make that real.
What's the number one rule for doing exactly that?
To begin with, I would say that you have to be fan-centered. The fan is in the middle of the equation. You need to listen to them, you need to empower them, you need to interact with them, you need to see what they want, to be really ahead of what the trends are in order to make it happen. And another thing is to really make it holistically. If you touch one just single touch point, then you're losing power. You need to, let's say, embrace that fandom and provide them with what they are really wanting to do, and also to provide lots of emotional touch points with them.
Last question, what are you a fan of?
I'm a fan of my mother, And that's not just a joke. I always like to be the underdog. This is why I'm a San Lorenzo de Almagro, the Pope's team supporter.
Okay.
I'm also a supporter of Atletico de Madrid. That's also.
We may disagree on English football, but Spanish football.
Well, actually, you know, I like Manchester City, but also I like Inter. I like the underdog. I like the fighting ones.
Yeah, for sure.
That's part of my DNA. Of course, I'm a Disney fan. There are a couple of things that I would say that I'm a fan of going for those experiences I want to have, because life is all about experiences, and so that's what I enjoy most.
Fantastic. We hope you have a fantastic stay here in Qatar. I believe you're here for a few days. We're looking forward to your talk, but thank you very much. I think some valuable insight there. And hopefully come 2022, we'll be seeing you back here in Qatar.
I'd love to be here helping people and enjoying being here with you guys.